Okay, got some good news, got some bad news. Remember when I said I was going to put the pemmican up and let it kind of cure, I guess you could say, let everything kind of blend together at room temperature, and then I was going to put it in the refrigerator and let it firm up. Okay, I got some critters here in the house with 4 feet and 20 claws, and I've had to put it somewhere where I was pretty sure they wouldn't get to it. So I stuck it up on top of the refrigerator. Now, if you knew the house the way it's laid out, you'd know. Yeah, it's not like an Olympic jump even for a cat to get up there, and they're pretty well fed, so I'm not worried about that. So I put it on top of the refrigerator, went out and I mowed the yard, came back, and this was just laying in the middle of the kitchen floor. Now, first of all, look at this. You see that? It's just in this. Okay. It wasn't upside down. The pemmican wasn't scattered all over the floor. It was just laying in the middle of the floor. So I don't want to blame the cats here. I don't think they're, I think it was the house ghost, to be honest. We've got a ghost living with us. I guess that's the correct terminology. But anyway, kind of a friendly one. But I'm not going to get into that because that's like a 30-minute video by itself. Anyway, it was just laying in the middle of the kitchen floor, undisturbed, covered with cats. Fish pemmican gone, chicken pemmican gone, pork pemmican gone, and they were working on the beef. Now, yeah, I don't have that many cats. They ate like 3 days rations of pemmican for a human. I'm still cleaning up puke. Let's put it that way. I probably will be for a few days. Anyway, I think it's interesting that of the different types, the fish is gone, the chicken was gone, and the pork was gone. So that's the ones that I'd never tried before. I really wanted to try out. So anyway, I had some chicken and pork left over, so I was able to remake that. But the cod, that was all I had. So, and that's the one I really wanted to try because I've heard a lot about it over the years. I've always wanted to try fish pemmican. So anyway, I'm going to get some more cod and going to make some more pemmican. But in the meantime, like I said, I had some chicken and some fish left over, so I made some more. And to make up for having lost the chicken, the fish, the last time that I made chicken and pork, I didn't use any blueberries. So this time I made some with blueberries and some without blueberries. Okay, so let's get into the taste test here. Now, the beef I've eaten before. It's not a big deal. I eat beef pemmican all the time. Yeah, I know what it looks like. But trust me. Trust me. I was going to say trust me. It doesn't taste like it, but I've never eaten what it looks like. So yeah. Anyway, this is the beef. Just so you'll know, yeah, I do eat this stuff. Now, here's the thing. It has essentially no flavor whatsoever. I mean, seriously, it doesn't taste like beef jerky. It doesn't taste like beef. It's beef, blueberries, and beef fat, but it doesn't really taste like anything. That's the interesting thing about it. It's got this kind of gritty, grainy, chewy texture. And you can tell that there's not moisture, but fat in it. The texture is almost like a granola bar. No, not like that, but almost. I mean, if you had to equate it with something, it'd be almost like a granola bar. Now, there is just a little tiny bit of sweetness, maybe from the blueberries, maybe. A little salt, might bring it out. Now, in all honesty, even though pemmican was very, very common, very popular, I say popular, it was very common throughout the frontier in the 17th and into the early 18th and into the early 19th centuries. Well, it was common in the 18th century with the Native Americans also, but with the white people getting involved in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Lewis and Clark expedition, even though it was around 1815, I believe, when it started, took a large supply of pemmican with them. Um, we do know that a lot of people who actually lived on this stuff through the winter absolutely hated it. They wrote diaries and they wrote letters. And so we have firsthand accounts of the fact that they absolutely detested this stuff. Now, some people loved it. Some people didn't care one way or the other. And others just absolutely hated it. Well, they ate it because that's all there was and they didn't want to fall over dead. So there were things you could do with it. You could make what was called a rubaboo stew, which was fairly common among the Canadian Mounties up in the Northwest Territories in Canada, right up into the early 20th century, I believe. But this is the kind of stuff that you eat it to stay alive. Today we're spoiled. We want everything to taste good and be fresh and be healthy and be all natural and organic and affordable and blah blah blah. Well, guess what? Back in the 18th and 19th centuries, you ate this stuff to stay alive because if you didn't eat it, you were dead, and this is what there was. So shut up and eat it. That's the way it was. I'm not a picky eater. My philosophy is I'll eat pretty much anything that's not moving, and if I'm really hungry and it is moving, eh. So beef, not much to that. Now let's try chicken. It tastes like beef. It has no flavor whatsoever. It's got that same lightly grainy, gritty, chewy texture, but no real flavor. Now, again, a little salt might kind of pop the flavor out, but hmm. So let's try the chicken with blueberries. Same. Now, there is a mild hint of blueberry, and that may be coming through because maybe chicken is so much more mild flavored than beef that I'm picking up a little bit of the blueberry taste. But yeah, I can eat that. Mhm. I'm not saying I'd prefer it. Um, if I had some freeze dried camp food to take with me instead, I'd probably leave this at home. But when it's what you got, right? If you eat what you got, yeah, I could eat that. Okay, now the pork, um, no blueberries and beef fat, same as the beef, no flavor whatsoever. There's no way anybody could tell what kind of meat that is. Can't tell. You wouldn't think because of the beef fat, oh, it tastes like beef. No, it doesn't. What does it taste like? Absolutely nothing. Again, if you're a picky eater, you might have a problem with that. I wouldn't. I just, if that's what there is, especially, if it's like cold, wet, I'm hungry. I've been out paddling a canoe or walking all day, carrying 60 pounds of gear. And this is what they hand me in camp. Hell yeah, I'm going to eat it. Ooh, yeah, it's my dog. This is Volk, my dog. I know you can't see him, but okay. Pork with blueberries. Here, I'll see what you think. Oh yeah, he loves it. Oh, some down there. Again, I can taste the blueberries, which I couldn't taste with the beef. And it might be just because the pork is so mildly flavored. But yeah, I mean, on any of this, if you're going to ask me what is my favorite, if I could only take one of these, what would I take? Beef with blueberries. Um, yeah. I really want to try the fish. Damn it. That's the one I really wanted to try. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's all there is. Yeah. All right, here. There you go. See, it's good when the dog loves it. Okay, so someday in the future when I find Atlantic cod on sale, I'll buy some, I'll make some, and I'll try it. But here we have beef, chicken, and pork pemmican. Both, there we go. Let me get back here, you can see it. Both with blueberries and without. The original survival food, the original MRE, portable. You could dump like this in a cup of water, stir it up, let it soak for a bit. If you got some wild greens or something, you can throw in with it, make up a kind of a homemade rubaboo stew, and there you go. If not, you're on the run. I mean, just grab it, just kind of chew it while you're doing whatever it is you got to do. Yeah, uh, not so popular today as it was back in the 1700s and maybe into the early 1800s, but still a viable option. Okay, so thanks for watching. Sorry about the fish. I really wanted to try the fish. Ah! Thanks for watching. See you next time.